Okay, guys, welcome to Bonk Viernes. Yes, Bonk Viernes. This is my occasional stream in which I play random games in the Bonk series. If you don't know Bonk, you're missing out. Bonk is awesome. He was kind of the TurboGrafx answer to Mario and Sonic, and there's got to be at least 7 games featuring Bonk. Let me ping some people who are supposed to be pinged when I start streaming. All right, they have been pinged. Yeah, when I started doing this whole streaming thing, I kind of did this Bonk Viernes thing pretty often, but now it's kind of a rare event, and I decided to do it tonight just cause. The game of choice tonight, as you can see, is Bonk's Revenge, which is the second of the Bonk games. The first one being Bonk's Adventure. Um, a lot of people regard this as the best one. I'm not sure if I share that opinion, but it's still a very good game. The only problem is I have never beaten it, and well, it's not really a problem with the game. Last time I played it on this stream, I got in this weird situation in which I was like stuck in a pit with spikes or something like that, and I couldn't get out. And I lost all my lives and all my continued, I believe, if that's a thing, I don't quite remember. And it was like impossible for me to jump out. What I kind of figured out later was I probably accidentally had auto fire on, and my jumps were not at their maximum height essentially. So I think that's what I did wrong, and I thought I would just give this game another try. Other games I've played on this stream before include Super Genjin, which is well, actually they call it Super Bonk in the U.S. That is the Super Nintendo uh, Bonk game. There's a Super Genjin 2 as well. I played that a little bit, but I played through Super Bonk in its entirety. I also played through the first Bonk, Bonk's Adventures in its entirety. What else did I play? I played a little bit of Air Zonk, I think, once, which is a futuristic Bonk game in which you play as Bonk's descendant named Zonk, apparently. And it's more of a shmup style game than a platformer. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess without further ado, we can just jump into this. This is a game that, again, I haven't beaten before. I never owned this particular Bonk game back in the day, only on the first one. I don't have any exceptional skill at this game, I would say. I would like to beat it tonight if I can. I just can't promise anything. But I don't know. Let's just jump into it. Bonk's Revenge on Bonk Viernes. So the usual problem happens. I set everything up. I test it. All the buttons work. Then I go live and they stop working. Let's edit game controls. What is going on here? Okay, they respond in this menu, so why won't? Okay, this is bonkers. No pun intended, bonkers. No, but really, why would the start button or the run button, as they call it in TurboGrafx, suddenly not work here? But you can clearly see here, it lets me map it, and map. Jesus Christ. All right, that's how it goes when you go live, I guess. Let's see. I don't know, I might have to restart or something. All right, let me do that. I'm gonna restart the emulator because it's being a pain in my butt. And I actually did start it. I started the game. I went to the menu. You can choose your difficulty. So, not my fault, man. All right, Bounce Revenge. Slide our emulator over, get it lined up right. And you may notice I have a special shader on my emulator. It's supposed to make the screen look like a CRT with not only the scan lines, but also the curves. So it looks like you're sitting beside me on an old school TV. And by the way, hello to Mr. Eric Johnson, who said hi in the chat. I like to say hi to you guys. I like to chat the whole time typically when I'm streaming. So feel free to say hi, but no pressure. Anyway, let's see if it works now. No, Jesus Christ, man, are you kidding me? Hey Ryan, how's it going? Having a little bit of a pain with this here. Let's try reconnecting with my controller. It uses Bluetooth. You know, Bluetooth can be finicky once in a while. But actually, well, it doesn't make sense. It was literally working on this screen. I hit the buttons to map it. It registers. So it can't be a Bluetooth problem. All right, now it decided to work. Here we go. Go figure. All right, so this game has 3 difficulties: expert, intermediate, and practice. And it differentiates the three by saying how much of the game you actually play. And here's the thing, I'm not sure if the game is actually harder on expert or if you just literally play through the full game and that's it. I think last time I just jumped right into expert. I'm not sure how to play it. I might just do it the other way. I'll start with practice and move on up. Moving on up. It's been a while since I played a Bonk game. The last Bonk Viernes stream was from August of last year. So let me get the hang of the controls. So I have that spin move that Bonk always has. You can crash onto the ground like that. I got points for some reason when I did that. That was unexpected. Now I can enable auto fire and do like, if it works. Toggle auto fire is supposed to be. There it goes. It doesn't go very fast though. It's not a very fast auto fire. But nonetheless, it can be useful to turn that on. Alright. I'll try to turn it off. It's important to get the hang of your auto fire controls if you're going to use them. Otherwise, you can really be fumbling with them. Okay, I think I got it. Let's start bonking. Hello, little butterfly. How's it going with you, Ryan, and Mr. Eric Johnson as well? I'm just gonna jump around catching these butterflies on the first screen forever. That seems like a nice, peaceful game. I think that auto fire is so slow. I think I might just be better doing it by hand like this. This is me doing it by hand. Now let's try it with auto fire enabled. This is auto fire right here. Yeah, I think I'm faster doing it by hand. It's just like if I want to save my fingers or my thumbs some pain, I could do it with auto fire, I guess. So you can jump up, you can climb these waterfalls, you just mash the jump button. Bonk is actually climbing it with his teeth, that's what he does. He climbs things with his teeth. But yeah, these games are really fun. And you know, overlooked among today's youth. You know, young kids today, they know Sonic and Mario and everything, but they don't know Bonk. Is it as good as Mario? I don't know. I don't think I can say that, but I have a lot of fun playing the Bonk games. And I think that the Super Bonk games get so bizarre. You can transform Bonk into all these weird forms, like a chicken and I don't know, a lizard and stuff like that. And you can get you can become giant size, small size. Oh, it's all crazy. This is the second game, Bonk's Revenge. It's a little more restrained. Doesn't get quite as crazy, but it's still a lot of fun. And you get all these nice little bonus stages where you have to like do a different challenge each time. This is just jump on the floors and don't fall in. I'm probably gonna fall in. I'll just say that up front. Okay. Oh, I can't steer. Okay, I'm trying to steer back left, but it's not quite working how I was expecting the physics to work. So, in the first game, you can really steer back and forth with pretty tight controls when you're spinning in the air. So I guess you can't do that in this version of the game. You can a little bit, or it could just be I'm used to having a better auto fire or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is me. This is me trying to watch. I'll try to spin back left. See, that's as fast as it goes. It's very hard to turn back in the other direction, which obviously makes more sense probably. But I don't think we really care about realistic physics in a Bonk game. In a game where a caveman smashes things with his giant head. But yeah, it's just different. You have to get used to the different physics in each game. So I totally bombed that bonus stage for sure. That's alright. Practice makes perfect and all that. Here's another. No, that's not a bonus stage, is it? No. I thought that was one of the flowers that takes you to a bonus stage. For a moment, I thought that. Should I try to get... Oh, I can't go back down. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's get this guy. Get some coconuts, whatever those things are. Some happy faces. The happy faces all get tallied at the end of the level. And you get a bonus depending on how many happy faces you got. They're kind of like coins, I guess, in Mario-ish. Ah. I can smash that boulder with my head. It looks like it takes damage, but it doesn't actually break. I wonder if it can break if you hit it enough, but I didn't try that. Whee! Oh. Bonk likes pretty flowers. Bonk likes pretty. Huh. How are you supposed to get those? Can you really, like, make that much distance with your spin jump? Let's see. Probably gotta get good at it, or have a better auto fire. Might be able to bounce off that dude's head and get some vertical and then do a spin to the left. Almost guarantee one of these is going to be a secret bad guy. Maybe not on this early level. I got the meat, which makes Bonk angry. Does that give me the turning them into stone ability right now? Let's check it. Yeah, that's what it does. So I can hit the ground and it turns everybody on the ground into stone. By the way, I think playing this practice mode, I think it is more than just about which levels you play. If you look at the number of hearts I have at the top left, that's a huge number. I think generally in Bonk games you only start with 3 of those, so it's definitely easier. And that's one of the things that comes out of the flowers typically. You can just kill them like that from beneath. That's pretty much the way you damage enemies in any Bonk game. You can hit them from underneath, or actually I guess it's 3 ways. You hit them from underneath when they're above you, or you can smash down on them like this, or you can just stand next to them and bonk, bonk, bonk. Alright. Yummy, yummy fish! I think I did that wrong. There you go. Alright, I'm angry again. Angry Bonk. Yeah, clearly you can jump from somewhere on the left. Oh, look at that. You can... How do you get up there? You can get up on those clouds, I think. But I don't know how. I don't really want to waste too much time exploring, but if it's obvious, I'll give it a try. There are obviously lower clouds down here. Can I climb up this tree? No. I guess you need to do it from way back here or something. I'm not sure. Oh, you can push these ones. I don't know if that helps me. These springboard flowers. Okay, can't go any farther than that. Ah, this might do it though. I'm a little short. I need to like place it up here if possible. But I don't know how. If there were a flying object I could bounce off of, that might help. Oh well. Can I like just pick it up? Bonk's not about using his arms. I don't think he uses his arms for anything. It's all about the head. His giant bulbous head. Alright, so I'm missing something about how to jump up there. Gotta be a way to get another flower up here or something. I'll just miss half the level, I don't care. Bum, 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 bum. Actually, can you even stand these clouds? It might depend on the cloud. Special clouds are standable, perhaps. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Hey, you can't stand on that one. This guy's sliding down the hill while sleeping. Oh, man. Wonder if you can bounce off them. Oh, you can, but can I get enough vertical? Doesn't look like it. Evil Bonk. Go slide. Whoa! We got a fire-breathing dinosaur already. Okay, I probably want to go from above. Okay. Alright, I think that was the whole thing. Nope. Practice level. Yeah, so each level, I guess, has multiple stages within it, or sub-stages, whatever they call them. So even though I'm playing practice, which is only one level, I am not through with it yet. And look at that, the boulder can climb upstairs. Hey, look at that, you can do that. So I got enough vertical from bouncing off the boulder. Then I was able to chomp onto the side of the cliff with my teeth. I guess these lights don't do anything. Here comes a boulder. No. Do I want to go down? I feel like I'm going to die if I do that. There's something down there, though. Ah! Landed right in the lava. But I'm not dead. Lava's only a flesh wound in this game. Okay, there's some gems. They just seem to be giving you points. Alright, so this is just an alternate way to go. These have respawned. Gotta watch out for those lava drips. Yes, Mega Meat! This is when Bonk goes crazy and becomes a butthead. With a... the fire-breathing butthead. Ah! Lava can't hurt fire-breathing butthead Bonk. But it only lasts a little while, kind of like the Mario Starman. After the cheery tune runs its course. They're back to normal. Hey, look at that nicely cut, diagonally cut sandwich with the crust cut off. Kind of funny to see that in a Bonk game. You know, he's just eating fruit and meat. Like, who prepared that sandwich? I don't know. Oh, can I go back down? Yeah. The scrolling was a little weird. It made me think I couldn't go back down. You know how some games they have like a auto-scrolling part of it, and the level scrolls without you. That's what it felt like for a second. See if I can get those happy faces. I can't grab onto that cliff arbitrarily. That's annoying. Yeah, I guess they didn't want you going back this way. I should have stayed at the top, I suppose. But I was curious about what was below. Alright, that's fine though. Hey, look at that, I kind of almost did something, I feel like. I actually didn't realize there were those rocks that were blocking me originally. Sometimes you can fiddle with the bonk physics for a while and eventually make a weird jump that you didn't think you could make. But, I don't know. Probably not worth persisting at this for minutes. Alright. Volcano Castle. That sounds like bossy music. Oh, yeah, that's right. He also gets burgers and fries sometimes. So it's not just the diagonally cut sandwich that seems out of place. And Ryan says 5 soon to go to college. 5 soon to go to college, kids. Smoking a cigar at my house. The amount of explaining how to light and smoke a cigar is funny. Oh, is it your daughter's friends? Oh, where did they go? It must be soon, huh? It's weird. I have a. There was like one year in college when my classes started in August, but usually it started in September for me. Alright, I am super butthead bonk again. Ah, let's kill this guy. Oh, he doesn't die immediately. I have to shoot him with my fire breath. It looks like the weaker guys die immediately upon touching them. But that dinosaur guy, I had to breathe my butthead fire. I'm still a butthead, by the way. Me butthead bonk. Ah. What happens if I hit B? Fire still. Oh, okay, I'm just not invincible. Huh. Oh wow, you can do that in midair. But where I don't like is the upgraded forms. They should only wear off if you get hit, in my opinion. But you lose them too fast. I guess they thought they were overpowered, maybe, I don't know. So these guys, it looks like one of them jumps up high, those fireballs. It's a very Mario kind of fireball. Leaping out of the lava like that. I want to go up there. Can I go up there? I could probably just bite the side here. Nope. Ryan says they called me like 3 times. It's like, kids, fire suck. Done. You know, did they try like inhaling it? Okay, you cannot apparently do that. So I keep seeing these like areas I feel like I should be able to get to, but I can't. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Or am I supposed to like go all the way back and like, I don't know. I kind of like to experiment and see if I can get into places that aren't obvious, but I also want to keep the game moving along. It would be cool if I could finish the game in one stream, but I don't. If I delay too long, it's not gonna happen. Anyway, we'll see. Oh, look at that! That keeps going up too. It could probably get that bonus stage up there. That little pink happy flower guy. He's a he takes you to a bonus stage. These are not good though. Wow. Yikes. Okay, let's see if I can get back up there again. Yeah, I gotta not do that. I guess I gotta go to the bridge first. How do I get up there? I wonder if I can somehow jump to the left a little bit and like... I don't see how it's possible. I'm gonna get myself killed just trying this. Maybe spin... Nah. Oh well. And Ryan said they asked me about that. I said, suck it in and you'll find out why you don't inhale. Okay. Excuse me. Well, have a cigar, see? You know, I actually have not had a cigar, but I understand the core principle. Wow, these... I just want to figure out how to get up there, and these things keep harassing. Maybe that's how. Maybe you have to bounce off these guys. Can you, like, butt them? Alright. I'm going to move on for now. Should we go down or right? Oh, delicious fries and burgers. I'm going down here anyway. Oh, hearts. That's good. Fries. And up we go again. Oh, I think I somehow did it. But it looks like I should have gotten hit by the spike. And you cannot headbutt these fiery boulders, by the way. These magma things, whatever they are. Let me try that again. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or I just kind of hit a weird... Yeah. I don't know what I did at that moment, but I went through the ceiling. If I keep trying, I'm probably gonna die. I think I did something like this. Let me try one more time. Something like this I did, right? Hmm. Yeah, Eric says it looked like a pixel perfect position. Yeah, some sort of weird, you know, accident that I'm never gonna reproduce probably. And yet, it seems like you're meant to be able to go up there if you're, you know, creative or smart, which I guess I'm not. Oh well. I'm just gonna get myself killed. Oh, jeez. Is it gonna respawn or do I have to go off screen? Let's just do this. Ah. I really wish I had a good auto fire here. You can really spin fast and maintain your air position. At least in the original Bonk. I can't use the teeth. This is kind of one thing I don't like about the Bonk games is it seems like kind of arbitrary which walls you can chomp your teeth into or not. And when you try it and you can't, it's just kind of like, ah, that sucks. Yeah, I got a 1-up. That's good because I'm about to die. So 1-up down there too. But it seems like another case of I have to not die trying to figure out how I get in there. But let's go to the right first. Maybe I could go down and around. Got you. Come on. Meat. All right, we got butthead power. Oh. Hehe. Me bonk, me butthead. Can I go off into the sky? Actually might be a thing it could do. Let's try it. I'm doing something. Oh man, I'm gonna get you away from it. I think that's the way to do it. Now I don't know how high you can go off the screen though, so I don't want to push it. Yeah. I'm shooting something still, but oh no, these guys are gonna own me up here because I have no room to like see where they're gonna land. No, no, damn it! Oh no! Alright, I'm gonna try again. Get killed in the process. Okay, now let's try not to get hit by these. Okay. Ah, jeez. Alright, let's try this again. Is this the right one? No. I can just jump again from up here. Alright, let's go. Before the magma comes again. Here it comes. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Alright, I got the bonus stage. I'm gonna like crap out on this, but that's okay. Grab items. Jump and spin. Alright, we're gonna jump and spin. Should I use auto fire? I don't know. Okay, we gotta fall down, I guess. Oh, there's the item. See, look, your steering is very slow. Ooh. Oh no. Yes, it's not. This is not an exemplary performance by any means. Well, I'm getting a few of them. Okay. Yeah. Cool, we got it. I'm just kind of satisfied I managed to figure out how to get to the damn bonus stage. Alright, let's try not to be dead. Let's not get killed by the magma shit. Alright. I keep falling there thinking it's safe. Alright. Last time I went down, I can just go left without going down. Get some. Each fruit heals you a tiny bit, by the way. Oh man. Alright, let's just go right at this point. Yeah, I jumped at the wrong time. Boy, I'm really showing off how bad I am at this game. That's alright. It's all good. Just about fun and playing the game. I'm not attempting to show off my skills by any means. I had a lot of fun when I beat Bonk's Adventure on stream, though. That was probably like 2 years ago at this point. I remember it was just two of you guys, Arturo and Ryan, watching, and it was a challenge. I remember I was like looking at my old video. What was that about? I was like trying to. I have a VHS tape of myself beating this game when I was like 12 or something, or 14 or whatever it was. And I was while I was live playing, I was like, let me look up that video and see what I did, you know, decades ago. And I remember thinking I actually did better today than I did back then. I was actually doing a better job of being like a boss or something. That was a fun moment, though. Alright, here's this turtle guy that you can see in a GIF if you search for Bonk on like Giphy or something. You can see the guy standing here doing this. You have to add some keywords though, like Bonk TurboGrafx or something, because there's this whole meme about like. Alright, hold on a second. There's a whole Bonk meme about like a dog hitting someone with a stick or something like that. If you search for Bonk in like a GIF search, you'll find more of that than anything TurboGrafx. This poor caveman dude is not remembered, and the young generations don't know Bonk. Whippersnapper. Sorry, I'm almost dead. I got to be really careful here. I mean, I guess I can lose a life. It wouldn't be the end of the world. You don't have to go back. You restart from where you were. Actually, this is probably the end of the game since I'm playing practice mode. So who cares if I lose a life, or 2 or 3, or 4? Well, 4 might be game over, but you get what I'm saying. Yay! Drat! Take that giant turtle dinosaur guy thing. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Now you're intermediate level. Alright, I graduated. Bonk has graduated, or I have graduated in the Bonk universe. There's always this idea in in the Bonk games, there's like this moon, and the moon, well, it's the moon, and it looks like that, just like a flat top, and there's always like his friends are living on the moon or something. I don't know, it's very weird. I think at the end of the first game, you all go to the moon and hang out for the rest of your life or something. Anyway, all right, so it actually removed the practice mode from the menu. It said, hey, play the intermediate game. All right, let's do it. I'm hoping I can at least beat this as well, and then we'll see about expert later. I don't know. I was kind of repeating the levels, though. Part of me wants to just jump to expert, but this is probably best considering how much damage I took on practice. Hey, maybe I can make it one of those crazy late night marathon things, but that I'm not really cut out for anymore at my age. Sometimes I'm tempted to do, like, you know, let's play Bonk till 2 a.m., baby. My desire to do that would depend on if anybody's actually still watching the stream at that point. Sometimes you have no viewers and it's like, that makes all the difference. Alright, I think it's time to wrap it up. No viewers. Is Bonk a baby or a kid? Asks Ryan. I don't know, but my, who was it, my wife or my daughter, upon seeing Bonk for the first time, said, who's that, Caveman baby? Might have been. It's funny that I can't remember if it was my wife or my daughter, who was probably like 3 when she first saw Bonk. But I think he's supposed to be a boy, like a child, or he could just be kind of a stylized sort of adult character. Nah, I guess not. All right, so I gotta do this better than I did. I have to remember I can't really steer in the air too well, like I'm used to from the original. Oh, come on! All right, it didn't give me the high jump on that. I thought I had pressed the button at the right time, but I guess not. And Eric said he liked Danny DeVito. Bonky DeVito. I don't have any good pun to insert there. Bonkito, Danny Bonkito. No. Bonk Vito. Look at all these beautiful flowers and butterflies. Do you think Bonk is eating these butterflies, just like kind of swallowing them whole, or collecting them in a jar that he keeps in his caveman cloth, whatever you call it, I think his leopard skin or whatever. It's not a leopard, but some animal skin. I like when the sleeping guys are just sliding down the hill. It's kind of funny. Hello, the awesome optimist. He says, game over. Okay. Welcome. Game over, bro. Yeah, this is Bonk's Revenge for the TurboGrafx 16, also known as the PC Engine. And because the TurboGrafx 16 was called PC Engine in other countries, this very game, or this very character, Bonk, was often called PC Genjin. Because Genjin, as I understand, I don't know Japanese, but it's the Japanese word for caveman. So it was like a perfect pun for them. They're calling the system the PC Engine. They got their mascot caveman dude. Let's call him PC Genjin. Unfortunately, that doesn't work in English, and probably not any other language. But yeah, when I was playing Super Bonk 2, that was a game only released in Japan, so it was called Super Genjin 2, I believe. But that was on Super NES/Super Famicom, so at that point it kind of had, it wasn't really a TurboGrafx/PC Engine thing anymore. And yet they still tried to use that Genjin in the title. So I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. You can hit it to like push it faster. And Ryan says that Bonk's face looks like the Hare Krishna zombie from Dawn of the Dead. Does he? I get the baldness. That's probably the least threatening zombie of all. Well, I mean, he almost nabbed Fran in that movie, but somebody posted on, I think it was Reddit, a thread that was like, there's one horror movie villain is chasing you relentlessly or something. Who is it going to be? And my thought was, first of all, can I choose a single zombie? You can handle that, right? And yet, zombies can be scary if they're bloody and nasty, or if they're, rotting or whatever, big and scary. You know, you don't want to, still don't want to face a zombie. It's a single one you can probably handle. But then I immediately thought of the Hare Krishna zombie from Dawn of the Dead. Looks like a big goofball. He's got a big bald head that you know right where to shoot him, and then you're done with your horror movie villain that's chasing you. But I don't know, does it count like a villain, or would it be like the zombie to the whole of it? Like it's always been like a theme in zombie movies, like a single one isn't a threat, but the mass of them is the problem. It's almost like they're a collective, the Borg or something. And Ryan said I'd rather make friends with Bub. Well, I don't think he would count like a villain though, right? Or maybe before he was trained, Bub would be a villain. I don't know. Yeah, so once again, I'm kind of like, oh man, I gotta get up there, or I don't have to get up there, but it'd be nice if I could. There's something going on up there. I think I'm just bad about jumping on these flowers. No, I'm not that good at it yet. But gotta be some way up there. Yum 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 yum. Whatever happens to the Hare Krishnas, said Ryan also. I don't know. Are those, I don't know specifically what it even means. Is it a kind of Buddhism? Like a sect or something? I gotta figure out how you can consistently, oh look at that was fun. How you can consistently jump high on the flowers. Because there's a certain trick to it. Come back, I want to butt you again. Alright, this time let's jump on the... Oh, it didn't come back this time. Oh, here it comes. Ah, I missed it. Well, I could just take this path. Yeah, you got the dripping lava. Two hits. Somehow I didn't expect him to take 2 hits. I don't know why. Yeah, a lot of video games like this, not even just like this, a lot of video games in general are, the skill is just so much about, it's probably a very obvious statement, but about your expectation. Like if you know exactly how many hits everything's gonna take, you know, okay, that one's dead. How are the physics gonna work of your jumping and everything? What it's all about. Yeah, I guess it's a pretty self-evident statement. It's just so much easier if you're like, alright, I hit this guy once, alright, I hit this one twice, and he's done. Okay, he's gonna swoop down like this, and I can headbutt him. Like, if you have everything in your mind, like, totally planned out without effort. And that is the most self-evident statement you will hear all day. If you play a video game a lot, you learn how it works, and then it's easy. Come here, bub. And once again, I'm gonna fight with this stupid thing. And Ryan says I need to see if I can get a developer to make Bonk for Garmin watch. How are you gonna play Bonk on a watch? Also, you would need the rights to it. I guess some people don't care. Isn't there like some Mario stuff for Garmin? All right, Volcano Castle. Yeah, maybe I'll kind of rush through it a bit since we've already seen these levels. Like, not like, you know, try to speedrun, because I don't know it that well, but... maybe I'll just go a little faster is all. Meat, 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 meat. Garmin is the Wild West. That's pretty cool, I like that. Garmin. It's like if something is, I guess if they're, you know, they're not going to be on Nintendo's radar or anything, so it's like a free-for-all. Until their lawyers have some extra free time or something, I don't know. I don't know how you know, I don't know how it works, but like, do they wait for someone to report something to you, or do they have like people whose job it is to like search for possible copyright infringements? That seems like something you could have an intern do. Like, okay, go into the App Store for this device and check everything. See if there's anything of ours on there. And then Nintendo's legal team decides if it's worth pursuing or not. It's not just Nintendo, of course. Should I try that? I guess I'll try that bonus stage again. Now that I know how to get there, it shouldn't be a huge challenge. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Wait, was it right here? No. This was the one. Yeah, this is the one I took. Oh, no, that's not the one. It was to the right more. Not this one. Not that one. Don't play like this. If you want to know how to play the game, some people look up a YouTube, look up a game on YouTube to learn how to play it. No, do not. I have to put that warning in the beginning, like a disclaimer. Disclaimer: this is not a competent player. This is not a speedrunner. This is not a master of this game. This is someone exploring the game for like the second time. Do not emulate. Do not try this at home. You will die. Bonk, bonk. Get the fruits. Here's the thing, I'm saying like I kind of want to rush through the levels a bit, but I'm like, I have to get all these fruits. How could I not get them? They're delicious. So Ryan said, I think Nintendo is rich enough to have kill squads, and someday the Mario Watch faces will vanish along with the developers. Very well could. Ah. Oh no, I tried to land on that little platform to give myself a breather. I gotta not land in the lava so damn much. Now I was telling Ryan and some other people kind of recently that I read some comments by a guy who called himself a video game attorney. I forget his real name. And once in a while ago, he was doing like Q&A on Reddit. I guess they call it an AMA, Ask Me Anything. And one of the things he mentioned is, you know, if you're making your own game... Hold on one second. If you're making your own game, it doesn't matter if you're not even charging for it, and you decide to bite some intellectual property like Mario. He said he's seen these big companies basically bully the crap out of you. The court argument is you're damaging their IP by making garbage with it. And they will like basically ruin your entire life, take your home, take everything. Like you'll owe them. I don't know if he's exaggerating or what, but that's what he said. He said basically you can't mess with that stuff. It doesn't even matter if you're not selling the game or you think they won't notice you or whatever. They'll just be like, nope. Bring out the lawyers in full force. And if they can say, well, you know, we make billions with, or whatever, hundreds of millions with this character, and he's like, you know, this guy here is attaching it to some crappy game, and therefore it's damaging our IP by, you know, a few $1 million worth, then the court might say, all right, you owe Nintendo a few million, and then you don't have a house anymore. And also, he said they make you sign. The reason why you don't hear about these stories much is they make you sign an NDA. You're not allowed to go on, you know, you're not allowed to go on some interview or whatever and say, yeah, this is what Nintendo did to me. That said, if they're not allowed to talk about it, I wonder how he knows and how he feels comfortable talking about these things. At the same time, he didn't name specifically Nintendo, so it could be he was vague enough that, you know, it's okay the way he spoke about it. I don't know. Or he could just be making it up just to sound cool. So Ryan says the Mario Runner watch face is really well done. They're better off giving him some money and make it official. Oh. Yeah, I don't think they ever do that, but it's an interesting thought. Alright, why am I... What is the blue flower up there? What does it even do? I don't remember. I want to associate that with freezing, but that's not how it works in Bonk. How do I get up there? Again, I'm like, I want to rush through the level, but then I keep thinking, how do I get to this? Gotta have the right balance, I guess. We got a message from Miyamoto, and then the goons punch you in the stomach. Yep, that's how it goes. Alright, this is the boss. That was the end of the game before. Now it'll only be the end of one of 4 levels. He's going to be on. Oh, he actually, yeah, it looks like he's randomly on one side or the other. I thought maybe it was like a scripted thing where he starts on the right and then shifts over. I gotta like, you know, when he retracts his head, I have to step out of the way because his head hits you then. But I like how you can really just hit him repeatedly. It feels satisfying, like I'm doing some good damage. Okay, that time I got out of the way. Can't stay on his back because the fiery rocks shoot out of it. His back is a volcano. Oops. Alright, there we go. And Ryan says, did you see that guy who died at Disney World? His family can't sue. Yeah, I heard of this crap because of the end user license agreement he signed for Disney Plus. Yeah, that's kind of bonkers. No pun intended with bonk here. They're diabolical. Yeah, Disney. Disney is. Yeah, they're kind of. Look at this. What's going on here? Are you a friend? Keep going. Oh, give me that heart. Go, bonk, go. Give me meat. Meat power. This is why Arturo likes bonk so much because he's powered by meat. But yeah, that's kind of screwy. The thing that Disney's pulling. I mean, you know, way to look like a. You know, they own Marvel, right? So way to look like one of your villains. It's like a cartoonish villain here. Haha, but you signed it. How is that enforceable? That's crazy. Anyway, I don't really know the whole story. Alright, a big jump for Bunko. The cherries are pointing down. I missed one. Can I get anything to the left? Nope. And Eric says, yeah, I read up on it today. The restaurant wasn't owned or operated by Disney. They were just leasing the space at Disney Springs. Huh. How even this game's full of these things like, how do I get that damn thing? And do I care that much? It's just one stinking happy face. I got a piranha on me. Get off me, piranha. If you can climb these poles, he's a good pole dancer, that bonk. Oh yeah, baby, look at me. But I'm like, how do I get that happy face? I'm gonna forget the happy face because it's not worth it. Those bananas are not worth jumping after either. What is this guy? You're not a better pole dancer than me. Oh. Go away, piranha. Alright, Fisher. Yummy, yummy, yummy. There's gotta be a way you can do that. You jump up and then slam down, I guess. Ah, this is a creepy looking bug. I don't like him. Looks like some kind of alien or something. Oh, look, a heart container. Whatever they call it in Bonkland. How do I get that one now? Do I need to bounce off? I always think I can bounce off things, but I don't know how to actually make that happen. Can you go from the top? Maybe you have to go from the top. If that's possible. Anyway, let's hit the expansion, the bonus stage for expansion. Boop, 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 boop. Thanks for joining, everyone. Watching a weird guy play Bonk on a Friday night. Collect items, bounce up the walls. Time 15 seconds. Okay, I gotta. How do I do this? I have to bonk it. This? No. How do I? You can't grab it with your teeth. You can't bounce off the walls too well. Okay, I must be missing something. Ah, get off me, get off me. Hmm. Is there a way I can get the flower, like, up here, perhaps? Have you ever played TMNT for NES on stream? Um, briefly, like, I was doing a general NES stream, and I like, loaded it for, like, 5 minutes, and I was like, yeah, no thanks. I did own that game back in the day, and I never beat it. The thing is, everybody always talks about the dam level as being insane, and I actually beat that one. And didn't, I mean, it was hard, but I actually found the subsequent level to be harder. There's like a, you have the overview map. What do we call it? There's like right after that, there's these foot soldier trucks that run over you and they kill you on the overworld map, and it's like they one shot you. And I think I gave up at that point. I was like, all right, screw this. And Eric's idea is, can you climb up on top of the brick area, then jump down and get the Harkin? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know how you actually get up there. I think I would have to get at that platform on the left somehow. Alright, let's try it. There's gotta be a way to get this, first of all, I need to get this damn pran off me. I think it's gonna drain my life. Yeah, this thing is giving me a lot of vertical. If I can somehow capture that, can I put it on, I don't know if it would help on that log. I'm just trying to get my thoughts flowing. Like, I feel like if I got it right here, it would be... Oh, that one I can just do it with, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Why was that so hard? I was like overthinking it or something. And thanks for the idea as well, Eric. I'm like worried I'm going to screw up this jump. I think I can just fall to the right and get... Yeah, there we go. Cool! Now we just need like a Link celebration of getting a heart container. Oh, that fish thing just bit the crap out of me. It did a lot of damage. It looks like an old man. It looks like he talks like this in a cartoon. I'm just a fish. Dangerous game. Oh, come on. Eric said, yeah, I had it too. I remember liking it, but back then you liked any game you were stuck with. Kinda. I mean, I feel like we had a higher tolerance for BS that games would put us through. Doesn't mean they're bad games. Just means some aspect of it was pretty BS-y. Even then, some games I'd be like, okay, it's gonna BS me like that. No, I'm done. I don't care. And I usually took pride in being able to beat a game, but I think at a certain point, like at a certain age, I cared less. I was like, if the game's gonna make me do stupid crap, I'm just gonna quit. I remember feeling that for Ninja Gaiden, the first one. I almost beat that game. I got to the final boss. First try, I died and had to continue. I ran out of lives. And it was like, the way the game worked, I might have a detail wrong here because it's been 30 plus years, but the way I remember it is, anytime you died, you started at a checkpoint. And if you continued, you started at the beginning of the stage. And they were numbered kind of like in, Mario, like 5-1, 5-2, etc. So the final boss was on something like, let's say, I don't know, 6-4. Then when you continued, it broke the way it always worked. Instead of starting at the beginning of 6-4, it started you back at like 6-1, in which you had to fight a bunch of ridiculously hard enemies and crap like that. And I was like, no, thanks, I'm just done. This is crap. It's possible if I could have saved my game, I picked it up for later and just been like, alright, I'll just come back when I have a cooler head or something. But you couldn't save your game in Ninja Gaiden. And at that point, I was just like, screw it. I don't care. Yeah, that's right, Ryan. We tolerated more. But yeah, think about it. A game can be 90% great, but then it does one thing like that it's like BS. And then today you're like, I don't give a... I'm not going to put up with that. Anyway. That's why they have the term Nintendo hard. What is this about? But I did beat a lot of games that a lot of people consider to be hard. I just can't... I can't really remember specific stuff. I guess Adventures of Link, Zelda 2. I definitely beat that one. The funny thing is, I was obsessed with that game when I got it. I loved it so much. I actually beat it in not too long. I did basically nothing but that for about a week, and I beat it playing Zelda 2. And Then only later, when the internet came along, did I know it was a bad game and that it was impossible to beat. It's kind of funny how having these kind of consensus opinions that are ubiquitous, like you can't escape them. I think it shapes your point of view. If you don't have those, you're just like, all right, I got this game and I'm liking it. I'm gonna keep playing it. You don't have like 100 people saying, no, it's unfair and too hard and it's not as good as Zelda 1. You have Nintendo Power, which is saying everything that they make is great. Sure, you might have individual friends having negative opinions. But yeah, so everybody says today. Zelda 2 was the worst Zelda game. It sucked. It was way too hard. And I thought it was amazing. And I beat it. And I had a friend. His name was I had a friend named James, and he had the strangest accent, James. He was I'm losing all my visitors. I feel like I'm telling fun stories, but all my viewers are leaving. This kid James, he was from England and then moved to Texas and then Canada. I might have the order mixed up. And then he lives with me, by me here on Long Island, New York a little bit. So he had the most interesting accent for one thing. But anyway, he was a relative of my next door neighbors. And so he started hanging out, you know, we were playing games and stuff. And eventually James would just come over and be like, I want to play some Link. That's what he calls Zelda 2. And I'm like, alright. I would try to get him to play like 2-player games with me, but like 9 times, maybe not 9 times out of 10, but like 60% of the time he was like, I want to play a little Link. That's what he would say. So James would play some Link, and he was terrible at it. And he would just die repeatedly, get to a hard part, and then he would hand me the controller and say, play for me, Mark. I'm glad somebody's here for the Mark stories. So I'd be like, alright, James, I'll play for you. So I was just doing all the hard parts while James was doing the easy parts and celebrating the victories. I was like, alright, if you want to do that, I guess that's how we can do it. What's going on here? I can't freaking jump over there anymore. I need Mark to say, play for me, Mark. Here, Mark, play for me. This is the kind of thing you do, like, oh, look at that. What are we doing here? What is this? Is this the expansion guy? I mean, the bonus game guy? No, he's just making me float? What is this? They all float down here. Okay, I guess he's just enabling me to fly. Okay. Am I gonna lose it if I hit this? No. Though people hate on Milan's Secret Castle, I never played that game, and I've heard the name though. Is it Milan or Milan? I don't know. Oh, I lost my flyer. There's a lot of games that are kind of obscure that I don't know. I would like rent them for a weekend, and I thought they were pretty good. Has anybody played The Magic of Sherazade? I thought that was really cool. I rented that for a weekend. Kind of Zelda-ish, but set in like an Arabian Nights setting. Anyway, I gotta focus here a little bit. Let's see. Let's try not to fall this time. Now, well, here's the thing. I can't climb up when there's blocks above me. But I can do that. Do that. That's cool. Ah, crap. Magic of, I never knew how to pronounce it correctly, but it's the woman in the Arabian Nights story who told the 1001 stories, I think, to keep herself from getting executed. I think her name is Sherazade, or Shahrazad. Don't ask me to spell it offhand. S-C-H-E-Z-E-R-A-D-E, probably, if you call that. But yeah, the game's called The Magic of Shahrazad. It was a pretty cool game, I remember. I never played it again since I rented it that weekend in like 1989 or something. Maybe I ought to stream that one. I also have to get back into the Ultima 4 game. I was enjoying that. But once, you know, people who follow my channel probably know I haven't been streaming quite as much. I'm still kind of struggling to keep on a regular schedule again because things are a little hectic with work and other stuff too. There's always something going on lately. I guess how life is. Always something going on. But my wife has COVID now, for one thing. It's always like one thing after another. Or sometimes it's not a bad thing. Like I'm away for a week on vacation. That happened last week. And Eric said you should play that on next game. Yeah, maybe I'll play it on next old games on a weekday or something. But I've been meaning to do my coding session of Atari Basic. I was going to modify the game Gambler. I actually put a lot of time trying to get that set up and read over the source code. Obviously I could do both, not at the same time, but I could do one week and one the other. Oh, you can stand on that? Huh. I just threw myself off, but I was surprised you could stand on that cloud. I'm not sure if that gives me any benefit. I guess it could help me to get that final happy face a little more carefully. Yeah, the game is really cool though, by the way. I remember liking it a lot. It's kind of Zelda-like, but I don't mean like, you know, rip-off of Zelda kind of way. It's got its own identity. I think Andy, who watches my stream sometimes, mentioned he played that game. Andy's all about NES more than anything. He likes retro games, but he's like 90% NES, maybe 10% Commodore 64. But he's not like a Sega guy or a TurboGrafx guy or anything else guy. He's not an Atari guy. Alright, so what am I doing here? This is just this tooth pterodactyl again? What? Is that like a soda? What is that? Bonk got a soda. I probably saw that before, but it looked weird in that moment for some reason. Sitting there embedded in the ground. Okay, we're in a cloudy level now. Cloudy with a chance of horrible bugs. I want to go back to the bottom and get that flower, but it's all hard to when you're bouncing this much. Pineapple. There's a weird thing about the bonk physics. When he slams his head, look at this, here's a normal jump. Notice you have a parabola kind of thing like you learned in physics class. But if you slam your head down, it's almost like there's an added weight to it all of a sudden. Like bam, he just slams it down. I don't think physics works like that, but in Bonkland it works like that. Bonklandia. Get some fries and burgers. Oh, look, there's a random chicken falling from the sky like a feather. Roast chickens. Gotta love roast chickens in games. The classic one being in Castlevania, there's chicken dinners in the walls. I also think of in Streets of Rage for Genesis, there's, you know, there's just random roasted turkeys or chickens in the street. You know, you're fighting a bunch of thugs with knives and guns and things. And you're punching them, you're kicking them, and you're taking hits. You're getting stabbed, you're getting kicked in the face, and then you eat a chicken on the ground, and all your wounds close up and stop bleeding. Is it worth going to the left here? I don't know. It's a little challenging, but maybe I'll try it. Yeah, I thought it was gonna move a very different way. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that. Now my viewers are down to 2. That's okay. The people who are chatting are the important ones anyway. All these feather falling chickens. Alright, that was just about getting some happy faces, I guess. Should have jumped back, but oh well. Featherfall. That reminded me of Featherfall, the way those chickens were falling. Featherfall is a spell in the going all the way back to really old school D&D. And you know, you just cast it while you're falling or something, or before you fall, and your character will fall like a feather. So I'm thinking somebody took these roasted chickens and cast Featherfall on them. So that Bonk could eat them. Otherwise they'd just kind of splatter on the ground. No one wants to eat a splattered chicken on the ground. Ah. Man, I'm not doing this right. Take that, you... whatever you are. Like dinosaurs? Burgers. Bonk burgers. It shows a P on those fries. It should say like B for bonk. It could be a bonk burger. Not these guys again. I don't know why I hate these guys. Yeah, 1 up. Now if you kill me, I'll come back stronger. For I am Bonk. Has anyone ever made a game like this, or like a platformer or similar kind of game where the enemies are like running around getting 1-ups If they get a 1-up, you have to kill them in extra time. That'd be funny. Because a boss who, like, maybe when he's getting weak, he tries to jump up some platforms to get a 1-up or a healing potion or something. And you want to like try to stop him before he jumps all the way up. All right, Ryan's gonna smoke some cigars. Who used to come in the chat and they smoke cigars? Oh, it was that dude. Oh my god, I can't remember his name now. He was like a regular for a while. Then he disappeared. Oh crap! I'm really it's like on the tip of my tongue. But he used to eat Paw Patrol mac and cheese too. Crap! What was his name? It's bothering me now. But he'd be like, you know, I'm on the phone now watching you because I took a cigar break. Then he would say, "You're gonna use Paw Patrol mac and cheese." Nothing wrong with that. I thought he was a fun guy. I like quirky weirdos. I'm a quirky weirdo myself. If we're on the ice, this is not conducive to not falling. Ah. Poor Bonk. Bonko down. Bonko down the hole. Yeah, I mean, this guy had a kind of memorable name. It wasn't like a real name, like, you know, Eric Johnson here. It was something silly, I guess. But I can't remember what it was. Did I just hit that wall, then like a soda cup came out of it? I think so. You don't suppose you can stand on those spiky elevator things, dude? I would think not. But like the thought crossed my mind for a moment. I feel like I should at least test it once. And he would make comments sometimes like about how silly that he would be like, you straights are so silly. So I guess he was like gay or bi or something, which I don't care about, to be clear. It was a kind of a funny thing. I don't know where he's like, oh, you straights are so silly. I'm like, wait, what? I don't know. Were you talking about Rambo or something? What's a very straight thing to do? Were we comparing our parts? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I don't know if that would be the straightest thing to do. Talking about boobs. Sorry, I don't want to turn an innocent bonk stream into something a little weird. But yeah, it's bothering me that I can't remember his name. I think I probably mentioned it in our Discord before. If you wanna search our Discord. I keep thinking Bazakatron, but that was not him. That was definitely not him. It's just the name that keeps floating into my mind as I think about it. These hatchet guys are actually placed in a way that makes them pretty tough. And I didn't really realize that until I took several hits. There we go. You should just bonk him from... Oh, he's still alive. Mac and cheese. Paw Patrol mac and cheese. Smoking cigars. I feel like he liked only a certain subset of my streams. He liked kind of like consoles of like the 16-bit era, maybe a little bit of 8-bit, maybe. And whenever I played something like something outside that scope, he wasn't interested. I feel like, which is fine. We all got our interests. Like Stu here, he's not here, but Stu who's often here, he'll sometimes play like here's a text game from 1979, which I'm totally for, by the way. But he does like, you know, everybody has their own things they play, and I'm not always interested in what he's playing. Well, actually, the games that Stu plays that I'm less interested in are actually the newer games. So like play some adventure game from 2013 for PS3 or something. I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes he plays FMV games. I feel like that was probably the biggest mistake in video game history. I'm kind of saying that with tongue-in-cheek in a way. But there was a time period when all these FMV games, which means full motion video, by the way, it was like the cool thing because you could get CD-ROMs at home. And here's the thing: if you're gonna have full motion video, you need to have good actors and good stories and things like that, and maybe integrate these videos into the game well. And usually didn't have any of that. Stu was streaming earlier. Sorry, I'm on a boss. I didn't even realize it. Okay, I gotta do this a little bit better. Oh, I'm frozen. He turned me into stone, that jerk. Yeah, I'm kind of flailing right now. We can get this. Bonk's got this. Bonk's got this. But yeah, I didn't remember the guy's name. Oh, that was it? I felt like I was just warming up, getting into it. He cursed at me like Hubert style. But yeah, I felt like I was just getting warmed up to fighting this guy, and then he just died. Why did it say Bonk's right there? Alright, so this takes you to one floor or another, depending on how many happy faces you got. Let's say hello to my cheerleader friends here, who give me hearts and things. Let me pause for a second. Stu was streaming earlier, I watched him, says, right. I felt like I had a thought, but I lost it. Okay, never mind, let's get back to the game. I haven't played NetHack in forever, says, right. That's true, let's get into some NetHack again. Yeah, why not? That was awesome when I was streaming, finally beating the game. Go for it, says this green guy. Oh, gave me a heart container. Nice. Imagine how much it would suck if you let that bounce away by accident. I wonder if it lets you retry by like going off the screen and coming back. Snowman, oh god. I hate snowy and icy levels in platformers. I'm just listening to the music for a moment. Yeah, I definitely got to do some NetHacks too. I think Rob Bob wanted to tomorrow do Risk of Rain 2, so we might do that. I don't know how much I'm feeling it, but I like to let him choose too, so. And I did stream that once before. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez, that was bad time. Look at that guy. Dinosaur hiding in the ground. So there's like these little hidden alcove thingies where they place flowers as well as enemies. NetHack. I still have some game saved on a server unless they delete your old game. It must be at least a year old by now. Where I was playing as I think as an orcish wizard, and I was at the Sokoban levels, which I don't like to do live because I don't know. I guess I could just do it live. It's kind of one of the things I don't like about NetHack is the Sokoban level. It's kind of a clever idea, but you're best off by far just looking at a spoiler and doing the exact steps it recommends, because they're all like pre-programmed, and I don't know. If you do it wrong, you can really F yourself. I felt like there was some stuff I missed. That's fine. Question mark. Why is there a big question mark? The world may never know. Bonk. We'll never know. Oh, how do we get that? Oh. Well, that's how. I'm glad NetHack is actually fun to watch. It's almost hard to imagine it'd be fun to watch someone else play. Ryan said they have Sokoban on my watch. I wouldn't want anyone watching me. They'd be like, are you an idiot? Move this. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like with NetHack Sokoban, too. You have to, like, manage the monsters while you're trying to push these boulders to fill the holes. I feel like Bonk should, like, sink into the... Oh, he slides on his head. I was gonna say, I feel like he should, like, sink into the snow and go splat with his legs sticking out. I kind of like how in Bonk these fruits you collect are like they micro heal you. Like, watch my hearts. If I get this one, okay, well I guess you can see it. Most games don't have that kind of a concept. It's like, you know, you would get like a whole heart at a time, or maybe a half heart. And it's like almost like a more momentous thing. Like, oh, I got a heart. And this is like it's throwing a bunch of gazillion fractions of a heart at you. Alright, that was easy. Kind of a mini boss or something. Hot springs. I'm gonna take a bath in the hot springs. Whoa! Oh, yeah, these guys, what are these things? I would usually call them like a paramecium or something. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to be. Maybe they're just supposed to be snowflakes. Oh, I thought I could stand that crap. Shoot. The snow. So I missed the one up. And now some of these are gone, so it's going to be hard to try it again. Unless there's some way I can make them respawn. I'm not sure how. I could die probably. I don't want to do that. I don't want to die to try to get a one up. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, I kind of assumed, I guess, that you could land on that snow. There we go. Alright, I missed some happy faces, but I got the one up. I'll give it one more try. I guess I could, yeah, I can't really do it anymore. I guess I could, knock the flower to the left. But I might want to leave it here, because I'm not going to be able to get it back up these steps to the right. I'll just do that, and I'll try this. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Did that get me anything worthwhile? I don't know. Yeah. That's kind of a thing I find annoying when you can't tell it in a platformer if a thing is part of the background or not. Yeah, okay, I should not stand in the way of the charging dinosaur. Oh, what is that? Triceratops? For some reason, the name was eluding me. If you ever don't know the name of a dinosaur, ask a small child, especially a boy. They'll be like, "Oh, that's a blah 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 saurus." It was my son that was more about like astronomy facts. He would like randomly walk up to relatives at family events and be like, "Did you know that a nebula in space is a blah 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 blah?" Oh, okay. Collect items. Avoid fireballs. Always a good thing to avoid in life. Okay, where are the items? Oh, there. Bonk likes the pineapples because he's a swinger. Those happy faces are harder to get somehow. They don't... Oh! I thought it was gonna fall. Wow, I actually, didn't royally screw up in a bonus stage. That's pretty cool. I felt like I had a handle on that. You know, I didn't play it perfectly, but... Didn't feel like I was flailing, which is always a good thing. Alright, oh, I'm bouncing on this ribbony thing in the sky. What the? That's a sheet of, like, ice in the clouds? Is that what it is? Interesting. At first I didn't get what was happening. I was like, do I accidentally have turbo on, or what? Okay, another bonus stage. Looking at the time, I'm probably going to have to say I'll call this stream after I beat the 4 levels in this intermediate difficulty, if I can even do that. What am I on? 3? I think I'm on 3. Hop through the... What did it say? Hop through the glacier? Oh, yeah, I've done this one. Whee! Missed a watermelon. No! Bonk, bonk, bonk. I wonder how many people in the world have streamed games of Bonk before. I streamed Bonk. Oh no! I got close. But yeah, there was kind of this era. Thinking back to that comment earlier about the backgrounds being confusing sometimes. I feel like there was this era of like the late 16-bit era. Maybe it was specifically Sega Genesis, Where some of these games are such rich detail in the background and really beautiful looking and everything, and they would make it so like you could, I don't know how to describe it, but it felt less two-dimensional, like just walking along a platform like this. Like you would go along a ramp that was like beautifully illustrated, and it was like, to me, it was hard to, like you would see the guy going up and down a little bit as he's like walking along this thing. And I'm thinking of games like Aladdin for Genesis and Earthworm Jim. It was like they tried to make these environments so rich that they were beautiful, but I found them harder to play. I couldn't tell like what was part of the interactive game world and what was just, eye candy. They like blended that distinction too much. It was like too good looking. So I kind of, I don't mind some of those games. I kind of like Disney's Aladdin or whatever it was. Not Disney's Aladdin, but there's actually a distinction, by the way. It's a different game, Disney's Aladdin. But the Genesis version of Aladdin, I liked it, but there was some of that, like, I couldn't quite tell the background from the in-game stuff all the time. Bonk is supposedly a cave baby, says Ryan. Huh. Okay. Where does it say that? Is that official canon? Go, Bonk. Go, Bonk. How long can we do this? Oh, I messed up. Oh, I landed on a Triceratops, and now I have lost my butthead powers. There might have been something cool if I was able to keep that up for a long time. It probably just takes you to a happy face, honestly. Whoa. He launched me high up. I was hoping I could keep that going. That felt satisfying. Mammoth Tomb. Oh! If there's ever icicles on the ceiling in a video game, they're gonna fall on you. Oh, you can't stand on those. Okay. I didn't realize that. What was that? A boo? I gotta take it easier. If I rush ahead, I'm gonna have falling icicles on my head. Ah, no! So Bonk is a cave baby. Come on. Who are his parents? What do we know about him, actually? We don't know anything about Bonk. Except that he likes to hit things with his head. Was that a ghost? Now, it's kind of a little bit of a trick if you want to spin through the air to get yourself extra jump distance and not land on your head. Because if you land on your head, you kind of lose your momentum, or you might get killed by an enemy. You might slide on the ice. The trick is you got to count if you're spinning in the air an odd number or an even number of times. But if you spin an odd number, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you land on your head. If an even number, you're good, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So sometimes you have to try to keep track of that in Bonk. But if you just have auto fire making you spin like a madman, you might not care. I don't know. We're not going to be able to count. I'm not always able to count. Just when I can, I try to. Like in the heat of an intense Bonk battle, I might not be able to. I remember this part being a pain. Let's get these random fries first. I'm gonna pause for a moment, stretch my fingers, have a sip, catch up on the chat. What did Ryan say? Also, Neaton is a cave baby. Oh, you're trying to trying to get Arturo to join the chat by trolling him. Whoop, gotta get that off the screen. This is that was my Slack. Some of my friends were saying things to me, saying horrible things. No. All right. I got one concurrent viewer now. Ha. I advertise my retro gaming streams on Atari Age sometime now, so that's probably why I got as many views as I did. Actually, the blog post I made on Atari Age only got 7 views, so it kind of means a maximum of 7 viewers went to my YouTube link, I would think. All right, so let's get back into it. Yeah, Arturo was like the biggest fan of Bonk. I kind of randomly played Bonk on a stream once, and he was like, "Oh my God, this guy is so cool. Bonk is so cool." Daughter's having a meltdown about leaving for college. Okay, you better take care of that, Ryan. My daughter's having a meltdown about going to kindergarten, so that's kind of different. You know what sucks? My school district. Gee, that was mean. Look, what is that crap this thing's doing? I couldn't get it to trigger shooting over to the left until I was like way too far to the right. Oh, yeah, it's tricky. Look at that. I have to get used to it. Anyway, my daughter's school district, they sent us today a summer reading assignment. And it's nothing hard. It's not telling her to read The Great Gatsby or anything. That's Rob Bob's challenge. But it's like this 4x4 bingo card, they call it, the reading bingo or something. Each one is like a challenge, like, you know, one of them is, I don't know, read a book about, I can't remember specifics, but, you know, it's like a general idea kind of a thing. Like, you know, read a book for a half hour, and read a book about an animal you like, or whatever. And she's supposed to do 16 of these, but they didn't tell us until like 2 weeks before school starts. And they say, like, have a nice summer. Like, come on. You forgot to send me this in June, is what this is telling me. Anyway, it's not like they're going to care, you know, it's kindergarten. They're not going to be like, you didn't do your homework, you failed. It's going to be like, whatever you can do is good, probably. That was a decoy exit. Did you see that? That exit elevator thing. That kind of a dinosaur skull that Bonk always takes to the next level. That was a total decoy. That was funny. Speaking of decoys. Yeah, so now it's like, you know, she has 16 reading tests, and I guess we could roughly do one per day and be fine, but whew. Way to make it a little, like, you know, feel like it's high pressure zone. Anyway, not anybody cares too much about that. So your daughter having a meltdown about leaving to college is a little different. Hey, Arturo's here. This is Bonk or Castlevania. It's Bonkelvania, of course, Arturo. Thanks for joining, Arturo. You know, I know you're the biggest Bonk fan, so I'm glad you're here. What is this thing? How do I not get hit? It's a ballerina dinosaur. Kill it! Kill it! Okay, I need to avoid it while it's spinning this time. How do I... Okay, I guess she doesn't go at the very edge. Oh, man. Oh, you can jump on her leg. I'm almost dead. Shoot. It's these snowballs that are a huge pain. Alright, I killed her somehow. I kind of always think, I got a long way. Oh, I didn't kill her. Okay, she killed me. Alright. I don't know why I thought that was a death animation. I guess it was wrong. What else can I say? I think I might have an idea what I can do about that snowball now. Now that I've taken a million beatings. Oh, jeez, she does a ton of damage. I'm thinking when she goes to the left here, I can just jump and smash down on the snowball like that. Yeah, that kind of worked. But I'm not... Okay, I wasn't quite getting enough height when I was trying to get her in the middle. She just bonehead. Well... Okay. Fine, call me a bonehead. How's it going, Leoncito? Okay, I didn't have a huge number. Oh, I almost got to 30, but I didn't quite have enough happy faces. So I'm on the 20 level. So I guess the level it has to do with how many goodies these guys give you to recharge and stuff. Do they give you heart containers or whatnot? I only got to level 2 on the elevator, so I assume I'm not getting a huge amount of stuff. Oh, I got a 1-up. That's good, because I lost a life. I'd really like to get healed more, though. I'll feel better going into the next level if I was healed. Do, 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 do. Bonk says, sorry, Bonk. Arturo says, going good. I'm glad I managed to catch some of the surprise Bonk Viernes. Bonk Viernes. This is a big thing in my household, by the way, just making random jokes about Bonk Viernes. That I will tease my daughter about it. I'll be like, hey, Edie. She'll go, yeah. And I like to record videos of this, too, because it's funny, and I can traumatize her when she's older with these videos. So, Edie, guess what day it is? And I mix up the script a little bit, but usually it's something like that. What day is it, Edie? And she'll go, I don't know. I say, it's Friday. And I'll say, do you know how to say Friday in Spanish? She'll go, what? Viernes. And do you know what I like to play on Viernes? And she'll go, uh-oh. She's starting to learn about it. At first she didn't learn about it. Like, I like to play Bonk Viernes. And she lets out an ear-shrieking, no! She doesn't like Bonk. But it's kind of like a game. I just died from the stupid bikini dinosaur with sunglasses. Alright, so that was a waste. I was too distracted by telling the Bonk story. Bonk Viernes and my daughter's story. She hates Bonk. Sometimes she likes it. She changes her mind temporarily. She likes the Bonk games, but not my videos of playing Bonk. She doesn't want to listen to me talk. Beach balls. Christ. There's ice cream growing on trees here or something. Yeah, when it's Bonk Viernes with Arturo and Eric and Ryan in the chat, and all is good in life. I have pretty simple taste. We just need Stu here to tell me how terrible I am at games and stuff like that. Destroy radar towers. What? Why is Bonk destroying radar towers? Okay, by bonking. Those are the radar towers? Alright, let's try it. Oh, okay. Why are they destroying radar towers? What is going on here? Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, you can't touch the ground. I didn't know that. Well, now I know for next time. Radar towers. Stone Age radar towers. They invented radar in the Stone Age. What are they going to use it for? Protecting these dinosaurs? Oh man, these ones that eat you alive. They just eat my head, but unfortunately my head is 90% of my body. Oh man, I'm dead. I lose another life, damn. Right, I gotta step it up because I've already lost 3 lives. I went a long time without losing any and now I lost 3 in like the last 10 minutes or so. 15 maybe. Thanks for the likes, folks. 5 likes is always good to see. It's a lot for me. Alright, we're under a ship here. Warship Hold is the level. We got landmines. Maybe we need the radar for these, some sea battles. Uh-oh, it's gonna explode. An exploding mine. Well, I guess what mines are meant to do, right? Did they reform, though? I thought they were gonna reform. It looked like they were contracting again after they exploded. There's a heart. Kill some piranhas first. Oh, I can't go there. That was a tease. Good evening, Gleemanex. How's it going? Gleemanex in the house. We're getting a party of some of our kind of regulars here in the house now. Gleemanex, Nitan, aka Arturo. And Bonk is getting eaten by piranhas. Now the piranhas latch on, but I don't know if they like regularly do a little bit of damage while they're latched on or how that works. I usually try to shake them off quick, like Taylor Swift. So who here knows the Bonk game prior to my streams here, by the way? I feel like anyone old enough who paid attention to consoles should at least have heard of Bonk. At least in the US. He was on commercials and stuff for TurboGrafx. That's amazing though how some people don't even remember TurboGrafx at all. Some people will be like, I don't really remember that. How could you? I mean, it was It was advertised pretty heavily. There were commercials on like kids shows. I guess maybe if you were not a kid. But... Alright, Arturo says he got an air fryer for his keto and it's a game changer. I have an air fryer too, it's quite good. I'm not usually one to jump on like the trends of kitchen appliances, but that's a good one. I guess at one point a microwave was kind of a trend of a kitchen appliance. And now nobody can not have a microwave in their house. I kind of make 90% of the dinners I whip. When I whip up a dinner, it's not like a real home cooking thing. It's like, alright, I'm going to quickly steam some vegetables and then throw a couple of things in the air fryer for my daughter or something. And yeah, the air fryer is awesome for that. I can put in tater tots, chicken nuggets, whatever. Sometimes hot dogs. Sometimes... I've learned that you can actually do hamburgers too, but it's good to have like a paper sleeve. It makes so much grease. Actually, I kind of use the paper sleeves all the time now. Originally I didn't. I did it right on the metal. I would cook right on the metal. But the paper sleeves are nice. What is this? Okay. Come on, at least let me see. It's kind of stupid. It's like the way the camera angle is between me and Bonk. Bonk can't see what he's fighting or where he's going. Alright, I gotta read Gleeman X's message in a moment when I have a second. We got Bullet Bill in the house here. Alright, let's check out Gleeman X's message. He says, I had the original Bonk on TurboGrafx 16. It was fantastic, but the system was so obscure. I was the only one I knew who had this game. Right. Yeah. In retrospect, it did seem to be obscure. A lot of people didn't know about it. But my experience with it was, I knew it wasn't like as mainstream as NES. Do I want to keep going left here? I don't even know. Oh yeah, I guess so. But I knew a lot of people who had TurboGrafx. And then I hear stories like later on, like retrospectives these days that say like, oh, it only sold like, I don't know, something tiny, like 100,000 units in the US or whatever. I'm like, what? 'Cause I knew like, at least 4 people who had this thing, including myself. And I would like, there was like one kid on the bus who, just chatting with him and he had it, so we traded games a couple of times and my best friend had it, and another friend of mine had it. I kind of always knew it wasn't as big as Nintendo or Sega, really, but I didn't think it was, like, obscure, you know what I mean? But yeah, it didn't sell well at all. It was considered a huge commercial failure in the US. There's a lot of cool stuff on this system. Not just Bonk. I think I'm due for another Turbo stream. Turbo Tuesday, how about? No, someone else does that already. Funny thing, I actually did do a stream I called Turbo Tuesday once, and then later I learned somebody else had that. At the very name. Huh. That was weird, it cracked, it like shattered. It shatters and explodes, oh, okay. Jump! One of the hugest problems, I mean, I don't know all the problems with TurboGrafx, but one of the major problems is, in my view, with the package game Keith Courage in Alpha Zones was not that great. They should have just included Bonk. They were marketing the heck out of Bonk as like the mascot and everything. And they packaged a kind of so-so platformer, if I'm being generous, called Keith Courage in Alpha Zones, or something like that. Keith Courage. You would have like two stages of each level in Keith Courage. One is when you're just a random anime-looking dude jumping around, getting money and stuff, and buying stuff in a store, I think. And then you would go like underground in like your ultra cool battle suit with like a lightsaber-looking thing, going fighting monsters and stuff. I didn't think it was terrible, but it wasn't great. And also, one thing I heard, I was watching a video about why TurboGrafx failed. This was probably like 3 or 4 years ago at this point, so I don't remember all the details. But one thing that they found was a lot of them, I don't know if they were making this up or not, or they had some good evidence of it, I don't remember. But they said that a lot of parents thought that the CD peripheral was like a must-have for some reason. And it cost like $350 or something crazy like that. Maybe it was even $400. Maybe it was just the way it was marketed was a little confusing. They would be like CD-ROM action or something. They thought you had to buy that. It's like you might as well go for a Neo Geo at that point almost. And the Gleeman says the last time I played Bonk, hold on a second, I was at a friend's house and we played it all the way to the final boss. And my friend's bratty little brother came in and turned the system off. Oh, that's terrible. Keith Charge had an amazing soundtrack in my opinion. I do remember it kind of having like a cool, I guess like when you were in the mecha suit or whatever it is, the power suit, it had like, I don't know, it did like have like almost like a heavy metal soundtrack or something. I think it had something cool like that. I do remember it being kind of cool. And it wasn't a terrible game, it just, I don't know why they didn't include Bonk. That's basically what it boils down to. TurboGrafx was weird. Another thing was they didn't include 2 joystick ports. You had to buy a 5-player adapter called the Turbo Tap. It's kind of a weird. I thought it was awesome that you could play 5-player games. I was like, wow, what other console can you play 5-player games on? And there were a few of them, not a huge number of them. One of them was called Dungeon Explorer. And I thought Dungeon Explorer was radical, dude. Oh, I really liked it. It was kind of like a gauntlet kind of game with a little bit more RPG elements to it, like running around in a town and buying potions or whatever. And it was like 5-player. That was a blast. 5-player kind of gauntlet / RPG kind of game. It was a blast. I might have only played up to 4 actually, but I don't quite remember. So I remember, getting together with my friend and his brothers. There were a few other 5-player games too. There was one game called Battle Royale that was kind of bad, unfortunately, but it was a big wrestling kind of game, a really goofy wrestling kind of game, and it was just 5 players in a ring punching each other, throwing each other around. Also, kind of a weird number though, 5 players. There's a lot of interesting games though on the system. They seem to be more like I don't know, more into taking chances, I guess. Or more like straight from the Japanese, like for like NES, for example. Totally botched my counting of odd and even there. But for NES, for example, whenever there was like a weird game, like Nintendo or somebody, I guess probably. Oh, sorry, I kind of put down my controller for a second to fix my windows here and to scratch my nose. But Nintendo, if there was like ever an oddball game or something a little weird, they wouldn't risk putting it out in the U.S. I felt like TurboGrafx were just like, it was like pure Japanese lunacy. They would just put out anything. There was a game called Final Lap Twin that was like an RPG, but instead of the usual combat, you would race cars. It was like a pole position game instead of a combat. There's all kind of weird stuff. Maybe I should say like riskier kind of games, riskier designs more than like just. I don't mean weird Japanese like weird kinds of anime or something with stretching the boundaries of good taste. I don't mean that kind of weird Japanese necessarily. It was more like riskier designs, I think. And they did have kind of cookie cutter platformers and junk too, but. Alright, so I'm kind of beat up. We're on Sailor Saloon. This screen is in the demo at the intro. Okay, should we get some meat? Let's get some meat. Kill them all! Let God sort them out. Who are these weird, large-breasted enemies? Dinosaurs with eggs on their head enemies. That's right. Yeah, that was another thing that was too expensive. Gleeman was talking about they had a handheld. I actually see a lot of in like retro gaming circles, a lot of people trying to seek those out. Or sometimes they'll like modify them and stuff. But well, Gleeman says, if I recall correctly, TurboGrafx had a handheld called Turbo Express that played actual TurboGrafx 16 games. Yes, that is totally true, and it was too expensive for kids. Yeah, it was pricey. It was very pricey. I thought that was amazing. I did not have one. I wanted one. And you know the games were in these like credit card forms in the first place, so they kind of lent itself to portability anyway. And what I thought was cool, which is kind of silly these days, is there was an optional TV tuner for it. So you can watch TV on it. Wow. With an antenna. You attach the TV tuner and extend the antenna, I guess. Try to watch some TV. I thought it would be amazing. I like had this fantasy of like, I used to like when I used to make good use of my time in the car when my dad was driving the family to a destination for a family vacation. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna play Game Books or I'm gonna play Game Boy. And I thought it would be the coolest thing to have a Turbo Express and play the same TurboGrafx games I could play at home, as well as maybe just watch TV sometimes. And, I mean, that sounds silly these days, but you could just open your phone and go on YouTube or something. It's like, wow, what's the big deal? But we're talking like 1991 or something. To me, that was like the coolest idea. I could only dream of it though. Now, my sister did get a Lynx one day. It was like after it was past its prime, and it was like $99, I guess. She got an Atari Lynx. And we played a lot of that in such a car trip, I remember. But it, like, it ate through batteries too fast. I think we like had to change them once, maybe twice during the road trip. Atari Lynx was okay. I mean, ultimately, I don't think it had a lot of great games. Some of it was pretty cool. I did an Atari Lynx stream relatively recently. Probably like 2 years ago at this point. Liam says, I feel like the TurboGrafx tech inspired the Nintendo Switch. Huh, I never thought of it like that. Okay, what do we got? I gotta focus on this boss. We got this weird pirate guy with a cigar. Speaking of cigars, Brian, look at this guy. Oh. Look at this chicken. Chicken shit. One thing about the bosses in this game, when you have the opportunity to just keep hammering them, you gotta take it. Sometimes you get this opportunity to like, it feels almost cheap, like smack, 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 smack. Anyway, I lost another life, sadly. But I think I am about to be on the about to be on the last level of the intermediate difficulty. He's still alive, he's shooting these things. Okay. I think I see where this is going. Do I have to hit him with those, maybe? Maybe not. How am I supposed to hit him? Guess I have to wait for him to position himself just right. Or just wrong. Yeah, those things don't hurt him, unfortunately. Oh, I see. I gotta... No, maybe not. I'm thinking maybe I can bounce off the... Maybe you have to do it that way, but it's not going to be easy. Bounce off the missiles to hit him. Torpedoes, or whatever the hell these things are. Ah, no, you don't... You kind of just fall through them. You don't bounce. So I guess that's a no-go. Ah, damn. Like, I can do this, but I'm taking a hit every time I get hit. I'm just, like, charging into him. That doesn't seem very smart. Yeah, I don't have any better ideas. I don't... Oh, I got distracted by the chat, and Fireball did tons of damage and killed me. Alright, I'm running low on lives here. I gotta really do better. Can I just hide here? I could hide here from the missiles, but then what? Oh. Ah. Oh. That's not fair. When he's blinking, he can hurt you, but you can't hurt him. Okay, he's gonna get into his fireball position. Ah! There's gotta be something I'm missing, a trick to this. It's always one fireball. Then he disappears, then it reappears, shoots the several missiles. I'm just kind of observing for the moment. the explosions of the missiles don't hurt him. I was hoping for that to be a thing. Can I just like... Ah, that was dumb. I'm wondering if maybe I could just stand next to this shark ship he's on or whatever and bonk him. Can I just do that? No, but you can die when you try that. Gee, I'm gonna lose all my damn lives here. Yeah, the Gleeman, they made this character using Mad Libs for sure. Alright, getting low on lives. All I can think of is when he's shooting the fireball, maybe just get your height, your jump height good enough and smack him in the head, I don't know. Alright, here we go. Ah, damn. I'm just gonna try it, I don't know. Keep trying what I'm trying. Hey, there we go. Alright, yeah, eat that shit. Alright, that feels good to know that I can do it. It's possible. Just gotta get it right, it's all it's about, really. Okay, I killed him while dying, pretty much. Brute! You're calling me a brute. You're pretty brutish yourself, mister. Okay, so I beat the intermediate, is that it? Or is there one more level? Yay! We beat intermediate. Alright, yeah, I think I'll have to make expert, or save expert maybe for next week, or another week. Now your expert level says Princess Lala, or whatever her name is. I think that is her name, Princess Lala. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know, early on I was like, yeah, I'll just go through each of them and maybe I can beat through, you know, beat expert even, but I'm thinking it's probably too late for me to start expert at this point. That was pretty fun for sure, bros. And, yeah. I don't know, I'm tempted. I have this little part of me that's tempted to just play it again. What if I play like a little bit of another Bonk game, maybe? I don't know. Has anybody ever seen Air Zonk? I guess you've probably seen that. I might have played that on the stream even. Alright, I guess I'll call it here. So that was fun. That was Bonk's Revenge. And yeah, I do want to try to play the full game sometime. I'll try to do it again next week, but we'll have to see how my schedule goes. Bonk Viernes needs to be a thing more. Yeah. And by the way, the origin of that name, for if anyone cares, you know, I like to have the alliteration and the day of the week in the name. Like, you know, I used to do Monday Mame or Way Back Wednesday and things like that. I kind of do less of that these days. But, you know, I wanted to play Bonk games regularly, and I didn't have a day of the week with the B. Then I realized that, you know, the word for Friday in Spanish is Viernes. And you kind of say the V in the front like a B. So there we go, Bonk Viernes. Anyway. Thanks for chatting with me, Mr. Gleemanex, and Arturo, and Ryan. This is like Romper Room in here. And Eric Johnson, and the guy who said game over, and that's all he said. The Awesome Optimus. Thank you for joining the Awesome Optimus. And that will be it. So yeah, hopefully another time I can try to play through all of Bonk's Revenge, but I gotta get better at it. At least I know how to beat that boss now. That would kind of suck if I still had like another, you know, 5 levels to go through, and I lost so many lives in that one boss. But yeah, the bosses can be pretty brutal in this game. Anyway, that's all. Thanks again. Good night, and well, see you around.